You're watching Good Day Columbus on Fox 28.
We are looking forward to seeing all our scholars today in their classrooms and their respective school buildings.
Right now, thousands of students and teachers in the state's largest school district kicking off a new year. We're on your side with a message from Columbus City Schools Superintendent.
Make sure you grab a jacket as you're heading out the door this morning. Feeling a lot like fall as we wake up to temps in the 40s and 50s, but we have sunshine on the way.
But still, the cool temps have us looking ahead to the spookiest day of the year already. And Columbus's most elaborate costume party making a big announcement. What you need to know about this year's Highball Halloween. So good morning, everybody. Kurt, Jessica, Katie, Buck, all here. Halloween already?
70 days.
Yeah.
Who's counting?
Not me.
It's a beautiful morning. It feels like it's Halloween outside. Nice and cool for us. We're sitting around 50 in Columbus. The outlying areas have been dipping into the 40s, and we've actually warmed up already 2 degrees here in Columbus, 50 degrees currently. But the outlying areas, I mean, look at Athens right now, 44 degrees. You factor in the fact that it's 44, that's only 12 degrees above freezing. So it's a chilly morning. It's going to be a cool day all around. It doesn't stick around long. 90s are back soon. We'll let you know when coming up. Katie's keeping an eye on the roads, and this is the busy time right now. All the kids heading out the door.
Yes, busy. Busy, busy, busy. So we have a lot of folks out because obviously you saw that list that Buck just popped up. So many people back to school, and yeah, we're feeling it on those roadways. Had a handful of issues on and off throughout the morning, but it's safe to say a lot of volume out there. Our board really lighting up, and this is just the new normal as we work our way into the school year.
One person is in the hospital with serious injuries following a hit and run in the Hilltop overnight. It was around 2:30 this morning. Police say the victim walking out there in the road when they were hit by a Chevy Cruze. The car left without stopping. The victim was rushed to the hospital with critical injuries. Investigators are now looking for that Chevy Cruze that took off from the scene.
New overnight, 2 more people have died after Monday's wrong-way crash in East Columbus. 19-year-old brothers Samuel and Joel Bain were killed. Samuel was driving a Dodge Charger the wrong way on Livingston Avenue with no headlights on, and Joel was a passenger in the car. They collided head-on with a car driven by 32-year-old Deandra Brigham, who died at the scene. The other passenger from that car remains in the hospital.
Students in Columbus City Schools making their way into the classrooms right now.
Some students are seeing new building improvements as the year gets underway. And Mike McCarthy on your side this morning with a look at some of the changes. Mike?
Jessica, Kurt, good morning to you both. We are now back on the southeast side. We're live on your side this morning on the southeast side. Mike McCarthy, Good Day Columbus.
It's 8:09 now. Still ahead, the Obamas taking to the stage at the Democratic National Convention.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling fired up.
It is a cold morning for the first day of school in Columbus. Temps are only in the 50s as we give you a live look from Scottwood Elementary. How excitement is building as the state's largest district heads back to class. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. It is August 21st. I'm Jessica Ralston.
And I'm Kurt Ludlow. Good morning, everybody. We do want to begin with our weather expert, Buck Michael, and a look at the day ahead.
The prompter said meteorologist, Kurt.
I took that out. You're our weather expert.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Sun's coming up here early on. We'll get to that coming up right now. Katie's keeping an eye on the roads for you.
All right, so we've been able to cross off all of our accidents except for this one. And yes, just be very aware of those school buses, a lot of people that are out, kids that are getting to and from school, just a different little bit of workflow as we are starting a new school year. And hopefully it's a good one for all the kids out there starting back.
Almost every student in the Columbus City School District has made it to their first class of the day.
Mike McCarthy joins us live from Scottwood Elementary, where the new school year is bringing some changes to that building. Mike?
Hey, Kurt, Jessica, it sure is bringing some changes here. Although classes aren't in session yet, we hope to go inside those doors here once school opens up for the day to be able to see some of these renovations for ourselves, and we'll keep you updated as we get a look inside. As this new school year gets underway with Jessica and Kurt, more than 47,000 students in Columbus City Schools. We're live on your side this morning on the southeast side. Mike McCarthy, Good Day Columbus.
And while the first day of class can be exciting, some school districts are also preparing for threats as schools nationwide are seeing a rise in swatting calls.
Just this week, the first day of school at Waidelich Elementary in Dublin was interrupted by a possible swatting incident. Dublin City Schools says the building was secured and the threat was deemed not credible. But incidents like this are having a big impact. This morning, Stephanie Chaynock is on your side with a new report that shows what swatting is doing to students and taxpayers, too.
Yeah, Kurt, Jessica, according to a Technology Solutions report, those hoax calls that we received last school year actually cost Ohio taxpayers $17 million. For Good Day Columbus, I'm Stephanie Chaynock.
It's now 8:39. Coming up, there could be a new breakthrough to help diagnose Alzheimer's faster.
How these tests differ from what's used currently and how they are providing hope for the future.
Typically, you think of this time of the year, the dog days of summer, but it's not going to feel like it at all. Enjoy it today. Cool this morning, mild afternoon as we get to 75. Eventually, the heat's going to return. We'll let you know how hot it's about to get for your weekend and next week. Coming up.
You're watching Good Day Columbus on Fox 28.
It's been the honor of my lifetime to serve as your president. I love the job, but I love my country more.
Right now at 8, an emotional start to the Democratic National Convention, how President Biden is saying farewell, and what former President Trump is doing to keep himself in the spotlight this week.
Plus, class is in session for the Buckeyes. We're looking live at the Ohio State University campus as classes begin right now at 8 o'clock. We'll show you what the university president is saying ahead of his first full year in charge.
Good morning, everybody. Kurt, Jessica, Katie, and Buck here with you on our Tuesday.
Nice to see campus fired up and ready to go. Classes started just now at 8 o'clock and school's in session.
It is dramatically cooler today than yesterday. 10 degrees cooler here in Columbus than what it was this time yesterday morning. So get ready for it. It is a chilly start to the morning. Worried about getting too hot in that school bus. Right, Katie?
Right, exactly. These kids and these students are definitely having a little bit cooler temps this morning. Hopefully it's a great first day back. What's not great, the backup that you see behind me, still happening, unfortunately. We are now seeing that things are moving, and it's going to cost you about 28 minutes as you're working your way in from 256. Mike Kilburn?
Well, I think we got a bigger mess on 670 than we do on the 270 South Outer Belt now, Katie. Two separate accidents. We've got two separate accidents and about a total of 7 cars involved. It is a mess there along 670 this morning. Live and on your side, in Mobile Track, I'm Mike Kilburn.
Breaking right now, a child is in the hospital dealing with life-threatening injuries following a crash near Westgate Park. At about 1:30 this morning, a Kia with 3 kids was driving down South Westgate Avenue. One of them was sitting in the front seat open window and then fell onto the pavement after that Kia went over a speed bump. That child rushed to a hospital. CPD investigating what happened.
Marijuana sales suddenly sky high now that recreational weed is legal across the state.
And that has growers working at full capacity. Mike McCarthy live to give us an inside look at how they're keeping up with demand. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Kurt, let's talk about how much of a big business marijuana is now here in the state of Ohio. I'll let you know how this develops. We're live on your side this morning on the west side. Mike McCarthy, Good Day Columbus.
Night one of the Democratic National Convention saw some big names take to the stage.
That includes the president, who delivered an emotional farewell speech. Madeline Rivera shows us what happened and what's on tap for day 2.
Before President Biden delivered his valedictory address, he received a 4-minute standing ovation. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
We're coming up on 8/11 here. Still ahead, a former Columbus Zoo executive sentenced to prison for stealing millions of dollars from the zoo.
What Greg Bell said during his moment in court and what happens next for the other zoo execs who are charged in this case.
You're watching Good Day Columbus on Fox 28.
Good morning. It is 8:31 on this Tuesday, August 20th. Here's the stories we're following for you this morning.
Today marks day 2 of the Democratic National Convention. This follows last night's enthusiastic opening, where President Biden was praised for his legacy in office and decades of accomplishments. According to organizers, today's theme is a bold vision for America's future. The Obamas are slated to speak tonight.
While Democrats focus on Chicago this week, Former President Donald Trump has his busiest week on the campaign trail since the primary, stopping in Pennsylvania on Monday. And then today he's in Michigan. He'll talk crime and safety. He'll be in North Carolina tomorrow and then head to the border. This comes as GOP leaders have called on him to focus on policy over personal attacks.
Senator Bob Menendez is set to resign today. The New Jersey Democrat wrote a letter to the governor last month about his plans to step down. This comes after Menendez was convicted on 16 federal counts for using his power in office to help 3 businessmen and the Egyptian government in exchange for money and gold bars. Menendez says he's planning to appeal. Buck?
All right, good morning, everybody. It's been a cool morning outside. Temperatures in the mid-50s. That wraps up for the season. It's going to get hot by the week, and we'll show you exactly how hot. Coming up right now, let's get right out to Mike Kilburn.
Yeah, good morning, Buck. Of course, we've been telling you about the problem down the south side all morning. Have a very safe day. Live and on your side in Mobile Track. I'm Mike Kilburn.
It is the first day of classes for students at The Ohio State University. We're giving you a live look at campus this morning. We see students out and about, ready for those early morning classes that started at 8 o'clock. This year's freshman class could be the biggest in 154 years. OSU estimating more than 9,000 incoming freshmen.
President Ted Carter welcoming them to campus on Monday. I had a chance to speak with him, and he starts his first fall semester at Ohio State as well.
It's an exciting day. It's like New Year's Day in academia. You know, this is the first day that we're bringing all the students back. And for, you know, all the new freshmen that are here, I'm just like them. It's my first day of the fall semester, too. So I'm excited to be here and be able to talk to them and welcome them.
He says the university will finalize all the numbers for the freshman class after they begin today. He also talked about how the university will handle protests. You may remember last school year ending with some controversy over OSU's response to pro-Palestinian protesters. Carter telling me they have a new program called Listen, Learn, Discuss.
And it's an academic program that's designed to allow students to enter into dialogue and understand that there's a lot of different opinions out here. It's part of the college and campus experience. We don't expect them to agree with everybody. Disagreeing is okay, but doing it respectfully.
Dozens of protesters were arrested during those demonstrations. Ohio's marijuana sales are blazing now that adults can legally buy recreational pot.
And growers are working to keep up with the surging demand. Mike McCarthy is live to show us how.
Jessica, we saw that demand firsthand right here at this dispensary on the west side than existing medical growers. As all this, though, continues to develop, we will keep watching and we'll keep you updated. We're live on your side this morning on the west side of Columbus. Mike McCarthy, good day, Columbus.
More Americans are concerned about keeping their jobs. I'm Jeff Harrison, Washington. Coming up, what experts say may be the leading reason why.
And today we are not going to be anywhere close to the record high temperature. 73 for the high, the record's 101. However, your 7-day forecast, we have some high temperatures that are only about 6 degrees away from the record high. We'll show you how hot it's about to get coming up.